Knee pain is a real pain for so many of us, but what can we do to find some relief? Thankfully, fitness expert Andrea Marcellus is here to help. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. We are having a nice sunny day here in Los Angeles as usual, so can't complain.
All right. Well, you know, I see that you're sitting, and many of us are sitting at work and too long, and our knees hurt. What do we need to do?
Yeah, so sitting at your desk can be really tough on your knees, especially if your chair is too low. So one of the first things you can do is make sure that your chair is a little bit higher so that we're not overstretching the patellar tendon. Anytime your knee is kind of stretched this far, this tendon that runs under your kneecap is strained, and that can really cause a problem. So you want to keep that 90-degree bend. Check your chair. And the other thing that can do is actually help you align your spine and make sure you're typing at the correct posture, not like this. So
right.
Get two birds with one stone right there.
Okay. Do you have some stretches for us or some suggestions when we are experiencing that excruciating pain?
Yes, I have even better than a stretch. So we never want to stretch our muscles cold. It's like taking a rubber band out of the freezer and trying to pull it. That is not going to have a good result. But you have essentially where you have four muscles in your quadricep that attach to your knee, and you have one on this side and one on this side. And if you think of a triangle here, and there's the tip of the triangle where you can feel that muscle insert. And here, if you press those spots of the triangle, you'll feel they're very, very tender. These are called trigger points. Trigger points are parts of muscles where the fibers are just staying locked, either because your brain is telling them, hey, stay locked, or there's just gunk in there that needs to be worked out. Either way, by just pressing on them and holding and maybe just making a little circle, but you're just putting a lot of pressure there. You'll feel it's very tender, right? That will bring your brain's attention to it and also blood flow. One or the other will really help relieve it. And if you do that on the inside of your knee and also on the outside, you'll really feel it out here. This is where people jump. And then you go to stand up and move, you're gonna find, wow, my knee works again all of a sudden.
Is that the same principle as acupressure, Andrea?
It is in a way. It's very, very targeted and to the specific places and muscles that tend to get tightest on absolutely everybody.
So how important is your footwear to protecting your knees?
Yeah, so actually our footwear gives us a little too much help. And so what happens is our muscles atrophy, you know, from the feet and the ankles up, and we're actually not strong enough. So in some training gyms and, you know, with some trainers, people actually work without footwear to try to strengthen your feet and ankles, or in yoga classes or in Pilates, things like that. Really important. Walking around day to day, if you need help or arch support, that will then align your entire posture properly, your bones will align properly, and that will help the knees. But you definitely want to train without shoes somehow, sometimes, to help strengthen from the feet up. That's an excellent question.
Well, that's a really good idea, and I wouldn't have thought about it. But you know what? That's what we do with our children. We used to wear these really special shoes. Now they say go barefoot.
Yeah, because our shoes just give us too much help, and the muscles don't have to work, so they're like, okay, whatever.
Andrea, where can our audience go to follow you and find out more of your wonderful fitness tips?
I have an entire video on this knee pain release and also back and hip pain and shoulder pain on my And Life app. It's And Life. You can get it at, you know, iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can follow me on Instagram at Andrea Marcellus or on Facebook at And Life by Andrea Marcellus.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. Please come back.
Anytime.